Think defending a UFC title once is tough? Imagine doing it 3 times in a single year. One slip, one mistake, and the title could be gone. Yet these champions rose to the occasion again and again, showing the world what it means to be at the top. Whether it was strikers, grapplers, or fighters with a mix of skills, these champions didn't just defend their titles, they redefined what it means to dominate the sport. Stick around to discover the incredible athletes behind these legendary title defenses. Hear their stories and see why they're remembered as some of the UFC's all-time greats. You won't want to miss this one. All the information in this video comes straight from the official UFC website. We've pulled together stats, fight histories, and exclusive details directly from UFC's own coverage, so you're getting accurate, up-to-date insights on these champions and their achievements. A few legendary UFC champions have accomplished the near impossible feat of defending their title 3 times within a single calendar year, showcasing not only their skill, but also their resilience and dedication. These champions fought top-tier opponents repeatedly within a short span, maintaining their dominance even under immense pressure. Let's look at some of these remarkable fighters who managed this historic feat. Frank Shamrock was one of the earliest champions to achieve 3 title defenses in a year. In 1998, he defended his belt in 3 consecutive fights, first knocking out Igor Zinoviev at UFC 16 in March, then submitting Jeremy Horn in May at UFC 17, and finishing off the year with a TKO victory over John Lober at UFC Brazil in October. Shamrock's ability to win against different fighting styles made him one of the pioneers of MMA. Tito Ortiz also pulled off this impressive accomplishment in 2001, beginning his year with a knockout over Evan Tanner in February at UFC 30. He followed that up with a TKO against Elvis Sinosic in June at UFC 32, and capped the year with a hard-fought split decision over Vladimir Matyushenko at UFC 33 in September. Ortiz, known for his grit and tenacity, maintained control of the light heavyweight division and became a household name in the sport. Chuck Liddell is another UFC legend who defended his title 3 times in 2006, first knocking out Randy Couture in February at UFC 57, then defeating Renato Sobral in August at UFC 62. He finished the year with a TKO victory over his rival Tito Ortiz in December at UFC 66. Known for his heavy hands and knockout power, Liddell dominated his opponents, each win cementing his status as one of the most dangerous fighters of his era. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, one of the most technically skilled champions in UFC history, achieved 3 title defenses in 2013. His year started with a unanimous decision win over John Dodson in January. He continued with a submission victory over John Moraga in July and ended with a knockout win against Joseph Benavidez in December. Johnson's dominance in the flyweight division showcased his ability to handle a variety of opponents with different fighting styles, making him one of the most respected champions in UFC history. Matt Hughes also defended his title 3 times in a year. In 2002, he started with a TKO win over Hayato Sakurai in March at UFC 36, continued with another TKO over Carlos Newton in July at UFC 38, and closed the year with a TKO victory against Gil Castillo in November at UFC 40. Hughes was known for his relentless wrestling and ground control, which made him one of the toughest welterweights of his time. Kamaru Usman achieved this remarkable feat in 2021, first defeating Gilbert Burns by TKO in February at UFC 258, then knocking out Jorge Masvidal in April at UFC 261, and concluding with a unanimous decision win over Colby Covington in November at UFC 268. Usman's dominance over a tough lineup of welterweights earned him recognition as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in recent years. These champions not only retained their titles, but did so while facing elite competition in high-stakes situations. Defending a title 3 times in 1 year requires an exceptional level of mental and physical endurance, and these fighters demonstrated just that. They've cemented their places in UFC history, inspiring both fans and fighters alike. The champions who managed to defend their UFC titles 3 times in a single calendar year Each showcased a unique combination of skill, mental toughness, and physical resilience. This rare achievement, 3 successful title defenses in 12 months, is a mark of both their dominance and dedication in the octagon. But to reach this level, each champion had to overcome an extraordinary set of challenges, from adapting to different opponents to enduring intense physical and mental strain. One of the most significant factors in their success was their mental toughness. Defending a title repeatedly within a short span demands focus and confidence, qualities that can easily erode under constant pressure. Champions like Frank Shamrock and Tito Ortiz excelled in maintaining their mental edge even as they faced diverse and dangerous challengers. For Shamrock, his journey through 3 title defenses in 1998 meant handling vastly different opponents, each with their own fighting style. His ability to adapt quickly, plan strategically, and stay mentally strong was essential in navigating such a rigorous series of fights. Chuck Liddell displayed a similar mental strength in 2006, taking on and defeating 3 highly skilled opponents in a single year. Known for his relentless style and powerful strikes, Liddell's confidence in his knockout abilities allowed him to keep pushing forward, even as each title defense presented new challenges. For fighters like Liddell, maintaining this self-belief in the face of potential fatigue, injuries, and high-stakes competition is a large part of what enables them to take on so many title defenses in one year. Another major factor was physical resilience and the ability to recover quickly between fights. For example, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson demonstrated incredible endurance and conditioning in 2013 when he successfully defended his flyweight title 3 times. His training and preparation enabled him to handle the demands of fighting high-level opponents without suffering significant injury or burnout. Johnson's work ethic and dedication to conditioning allowed him to bounce back after each fight, which was crucial for staying at peak performance across multiple defenses in a short time. Matt Hughes, known for his grappling and wrestling skills, also showcased exceptional physical durability when he defended his title 3 times in 2002. His conditioning and training routines helped him push through tough fights while staying healthy enough to take on the next challenge. Wrestling and grappling are grueling on the body, yet Hughes managed to overcome multiple opponents without breaking stride, thanks to his disciplined approach to recovery and training. In addition to physical endurance, adaptability was key for these champions. Kamaru Usman, who defended his welterweight title 3 times in 2021, faced a range of fighting styles, from Gilbert Burns' powerful striking to Jorge Masvidal's explosive power and Colby Covington's relentless pace. Usman's adaptability and tactical approach allowed him to adjust his fighting style as needed, helping him to neutralize each opponent's strengths. This flexibility is vital for champions who must constantly adjust to new threats while retaining their title. Finally, these champions relied heavily on their support systems, including coaches, training partners, and medical teams. High-level fighters like Usman and Liddell work closely with their teams to prepare effective game plans and ensure proper recovery after fights. This support allowed them to stay physically and mentally ready to compete at the highest level multiple times in a year. For many champions, a strong support network is what makes such an intense schedule manageable. In the end, defending a title 3 times in just 1 year is something only the best of the best can do. These champions push through tough fights, intense training, and incredible pressure to stay on top. Their journey shows what it truly takes to be the best in the octagon. So, who will be the next to join this exclusive club of champions? Keep watching to find out, and stay tuned for more breakdowns and stories about the UFC's greatest fighters. You won't want to miss what's coming up next.